the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Walker to start the drive. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Corral. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
To throw is Jackson. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd and 5. You talk about this Seahawk defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I've never given enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Jackson going to change things up a bit. On second and goal, here's the option. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Here's Corral. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And that takes us from second to third down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
They'll try for the first with Walker. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Corral to throw on 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, here's Corral. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Jason Myers now for the extra point. missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. The Ravens sit 5-3 now on the year, and they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Andrews' first catch, good for a first down. Here's Jackson. Caught left side, it's Beckham. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Hey, middle. Yo.
And Jackson throwing once more. Well, took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Pass complete. Now race for the marker. And he'll be out of bounds. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Obviously, the minimum goal of any fake is to get a first down. I think, truthfully, when you're going for a fake, you're going for the big shot. You're going for the big play. But in this case, they got more than a first down, and now they're really set up.
Yeah, they got a big... And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. On first and 10, it's Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Throwing is Jackson. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they're ruling incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, fair to say they've got something here, this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
37-yard line.
Jackson now. Throw left side, complete. That's Mitchell. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That'll be taken in by Flowers. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
13.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first-half lead. Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look in the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They've played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Hey, report.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal roll.
And what a luxury it is to have the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Corral on 3rd and 2. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Go.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
13.
Jackson. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That's complete, left side to Bateman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
This for Beckham, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Hey, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Corral with it on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about it.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 91 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Mitchell is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Mitchell again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Here's Mitchell. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
A 24-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Corral sets up play action. Left side complete to Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
19 Tiger.
Off play action. Here's Corral. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Corral looking to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, it's Corral. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 52 yards. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Seahawks 13. Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach,
there he goes left side. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. He goes 86 yards there on the touchdown run. And the Ravens have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always comes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys...
And my goodness, another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Gets past one man. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the fourth quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Corrals, and this throw finds Smith and Jigba. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Corral on second down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by David Ojabo. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, report. Report.
On third down, Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up second down.
At the 26-yard line.
Middle.
Again, Jackson bulldozes past him, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Sit up. 13. And let's go.
From the gun, Jackson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 62, Seahawks 13.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to